Hi guys, so I put it to you by asking you what is that lie you've constantly told yourself and has ruled your perception towards life? How has it affected your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others? I feel that we all have gotten to that space where we heard one lie or the other, or probably we told ourselves one lie or the other that has actually ruled our identity through life. And probably at one phase when we discover that we actually lied to ourselves and how much thing it has made us lose in life, we just come back and call our sins back to order. That how long, how long, my guy. So while I was young, I think around primary 4 or 5, I don't know, I was told that I should not touch a guy. If I touch a guy, I will get pregnant. So because of that, whenever I see a guy, I prefer to just greet the guy from afar, hello and this and that. Do you know that actually made me have a kind of defect in comfortably speaking around guys? It was later I learned to overcome it when I discovered the truth. I'm actually going to be sharing more on that to you on this series as we discuss the lie I told my mental health. I don't know if you've had any lie you told your mental health while you were growing up, or maybe as a guy, you grew up with the mentality that as a guy, I'm not supposed to cry. So because you are not supposed to cry, whenever you find yourself in hard issues of life, you just hold back your tears to be a strong guy. Well, kudos to you. You've actually lived with a lot of lies, and I think it's high time you start on learning certain things. I'm going to be sharing with you few things that or few lies that I've discovered in the society about identity and individuality. And I think probably if you have more, feel free to drop it for us on the comment section. Number one lie. Number one lie is I've seen people tell themselves, I am not enough for this, I am not in for that, this is not me, I can't do this, I can't. Well, you continue to nag around it, but the truth about it is you can do it. The only limitation to yourself is yourself, and that's because you see yourself as a person that cannot do it. Whenever people tell themselves that they are not enough for certain things, they close doors, they remain stagnant in a particular phase of life, they become a kind of person that begins to open up to low self-esteem. They begin to compare themselves to others. They don't see the beauty of their strength, so they just begin to restrict themselves and bring themselves more to the back. So these are things that happen when you tell yourself you are not enough. You're actually enough. It's just that you've not sat down to actually discover the value and the asset that is in you. There is a beauty in you. One of the things I studied about personality psychology is that I mix the fact that there are things that makes you look like others around you, makes you look like your family. There is also something that makes you look different than every other thing around you. And just because you've not discovered that thing that makes you look different does not mean you are not different. You are actually different. You may not be better than them. Number two is that people tell themselves that life is only unfair to them. My dear, life is not only unfair to you. You are not alone in the table. Just because we have not done a round table segment does not mean that it's only you. If we are to call people to sit down on a table right now and begin to share their stories, you discover that you are not the only one in the storyline. There are so many storylines that you will hear and you will be thanking God for your life. So start living a life of gratitude now and start giving yourself the best that you can every day of your life. Somebody once said something that just because I carry it well does not mean it's not heavy. I mean, everybody has a story to share one way or the other. So start carrying your own way so that people will not know how heavy it is. Number three, people tell themselves that they are the only one passing through a particular challenges and nobody has gone through that phase before. I tell you, everybody has gone through different, even more harder phase than what you are going through particularly now. That exact same thing that you are going through, yes, you, that exact same thing that you are going through, I can bring out 3 or 4 people that have gone through that same thing. The only difference in the story is how it is being handled, and at the end of the tunnel, what did they see? Did they see light or they see darkness? Many a times when we go through challenges in life, there's this feeling of being alone that we tend to think in the midst of that challenges. And you are not alone. Some people have gone through those things, but they are able to see beyond their present situation and bring light. They see light, they see hope, and they see faith. Another lie that people tell themselves is I am alone. I think being alone is a state of feelings and what your validation is attached to than why you are alone. If you are saying you are alone, is it because you want to have a companion? Your same sex kind of person, gender, can be your companion depending on what your validations are. So you are not alone, and you can't do life alone because you actually need people to succeed in life. Another lie that people tell their mental health is I'm a failure, probably because they are average in class, or probably they failed so many exams that they've written in life and they just feel like they are failures, like they can't really amount to something. My dear, you are not a failure. Just because you've not discovered the beauty of what you are good at and what you can be good at doesn't mean that you are a failure. Most average students are the people that end up becoming great innovators in life. You see them innovating something that is great, that is beyond what anybody could ever imagine out of them. In fact, some of them are best business managers that we have in the society. So it's high time for you to go and look beyond your current state of failure and see that thing that you can be good at, that can actually bring you to the state of understanding that you are not a failure. You are just looking forward to becoming the best version of yourself. Now, last but not the least of my few lies that people tell themselves is, I am a poor person. My dear, you are not poor. I tell people that being poor is a state of mindset and ideology. What are the things that you need to see that make you know that you are not poor? What are the things that you attach your validation to that makes you feel that you are not poor? Some attach their validations to cash. Probably when you have cash at hand and cash in bank, you believe that, my dear, I'm not a poor person. But let me also tell you that sometimes the rich cry. Just because they don't say it out does not mean that you don't know they cry. They cry too. And they've come to understand that being blessed and being rich is not just a function of having a cash at hand. It is also a function of building a system of value for yourself. What is that system of value that you have that you can give to people, that can make people better, that can make the world a better place, and they can lift the life of other people around you? That actually is a mindset of understanding that you are not poor. You are actually very, very rich. Follow me in my next series where I'll be discussing the psychological effect of lie on our behaviors. How has those lies affected our behavior? How did they affect how we behave and how we see things around us? Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. And also, in case you have any other lie aside from these few lies that I just shared, don't forget to drop it on the comment section where I will see you in my next class. Is it class? No, my next